After posting their worst December since the Great Depression, U.S. stocks posted their strongest January since 1987 and added to those gains during the month of February. Catalysts for the move higher included optimism surrounding a potential trade deal between the U.S. and China, as well as expectations that the Fed will hold off on rate hikes during 2019. These expectations were ultimately cemented by Jerome Powell during the Fed's January meeting. And if the Fed's December 2018 was the last rate hike in their cycle, that's typically not good news for stocks. Historically, 1 year after the final hike in the Fed's rate hike cycle, the S&P 500 is little changed. Foreign stocks also rallied year to date, albeit to a lesser extent than U.S. stocks, which makes sense given that they sold off less during December. A weaker U.S. dollar during the month of January provided some much-needed relief for foreign equity. U.S. interest rates were barely changed year to date, with record low levels of bond market volatility. Lower credit quality areas of the bond market, such as high-yield bonds, rallied alongside global equities and recovered all of their December losses. Going forward, we see somewhat limited upside for global equities, particularly U.S. stocks, as global economic data continues to come in worse than expected, with an elevated probability of a recession in 2020. Furthermore, S&P 500 earnings are now expected to grow low single digits during calendar 2019, and year-over-year growth is actually expected to be negative during Q1 2019. Finally, a lot of the near-term technical indicators that led investors to believe stocks were ultimately oversold in late December have since flipped and are now suggesting stocks may be overbought in the near term. Things such as relative strength indicators, performance of stocks relative to their 50-day moving average, and the performance of heavily shorted stocks all suggest we may be overbought. It seems more likely that stocks are going to pull back or move sideways for an extended period compared to another move higher.